Hi gang, Rob here. It is the evening of 26 March 2026, Thursday night at 9. Time for a knife sale on the Apostle P channel, and a knife sale we shall have. Before we get into the thick of it, and it's pretty thick, let's do a little bit of housekeeping as usual. First off, I need you to be familiar with and agreeable to the terms of the sale, which I will post on the screen for you in just a moment. I'm also going to print them in the description underneath this video. And speaking of the description, it's very important in a Thursday night knife sale because it contains lots of valuable information. At the top of the description, you're going to see 3 links to previous videos on this channel. The first one is called A Primer for Buyers, and that's a 38-minute expanded explanation of the terms of the sale and also how things work and why every Thursday night. So if you're new, please watch that. It'll make your purchase experience go much more smoothly. The second link is the other side of the coin. It's called FAQs for Consignors. That one is a video that explains how this all works from the consignor's perspective. So if you're thinking about getting rid of some of your collection and you'd like a no mess, no fuss way to do it, this sale might be your vehicle. So that FAQs for Consignors video will explain how this all works for you. The third link, as always, is to my rates and services video for the ApostleP Knife Service, the original precision sharpening service for the online knife community. Currently, this is a great time to send in knives. I've got the backlog down under 2 weeks, so you'll not be without your prized cutlery very long when you send it in to get it freshened up. So in the video description, those 3 links will be at the top, then the terms of the sale, and at the bottom will be the list of tonight's inventory, complete with timestamps down the left side and pricing down the right. In the pricing column, you're generally going to see 2 numbers. The one to the left of the slash is the price of your knife as shown in the video. The price on the right is its price as sharpened by the ApostleP Knife Service. There will be no next day sharpening this week because we have a wedding in our house on Friday, so I'll not be doing any sharpening. Yeah. The good news is you'll wait less than 2 weeks for your knife to be done and shipped, so no big deal there. If you see the word sold in lieu of pricing for any given item in that pricing column, that means it's been bought and paid for by its new owner. So there's no need to send an I'll take it or an inquiry about any item marked sold, all caps, exclamation point. I think that's it for the terms or the preliminaries. Let's get the terms up on the screen for you now, and we'll be right back with the sale. Here you go. All right, let's get to it, shall we? First off, we got 4 leftover items from last week. The first one, I just smile every time I look at this. Yeah, why not? Let's kick it off with a Bark River knife this week. You'll notice, though, the box, it just says, what does it say? Number 21 on that end. And on this end, it just says my name. This is my 2016 grind-in knife, which I sold a year ago or so, and it's back. I've got a collector like me who has many hobbies, and he's sort of moving some of his efforts to a different hobby, so I got a bunch of knives to sell for him. And this was mine. My first grinding knife, made from an A2 blank. Yes, I know it's A2. Really, it's not 9CR14, it's A2. The blade is 9 7/8 inch long. The handle's 5.5. So this was a blank that was left over from the first run of the 1909 Bowie. And I wanted to make a big Bowie, and these were there, and I didn't want to do a stacked handle or a one-piece handle. So I designed and made this coffin handle from a beautiful piece of desert ironwood burl. I assembled it. I had a little help with the convex grinding and the hafting, but Yeah. It's basically been sitting on my mantle for 10 years. And then the last year or so on my consignor's mantle. So it's like new except for a little tarnish on the brass. And I will say this, after Mike Stewart stole this design from the handle, he made a run in this handle. They had an assembly pin right there. This one does not. This is all epoxy. So this is not a knife that you want to baton with. It's a display piece. But it's one of a kind, and it's kind of significant, I think, because it was a grind-in participant's design that made it into production. So that's pretty cool. Anyway, we ran this last week at $350. It didn't sell. Dropped it to $325 last weekend. This week, $295 like it is. $330 if you want my edge on it, but you probably don't. And it's the only one of its kind in existence, so somebody might want it. There will not be a Saturday price drop on that knife, by the way, if it doesn't sell. Okay, next up, we have the Civivi bundle from last week. Two knives. One is the C22017-2 Scintilla, which was a giveaway, a throw-in knife at Blade HQ. That's the only way it was ever produced, to my knowledge, at least in this configuration. Pretty cute little ball bearing flipper with a harpoon spear point in D2, 2 3/4 blade, 3 5/8 handle. Mechanics are all perfect. Pocket clip is ambidextrous, tip up, deep carry. It's like new in the box. I actually opened the box for the video last week. And the second one is the C20075 Alpha-1 Synergy 3, a pretty cool knife. Kind of a concentric circle mill pattern on a G10 handle. Pocket clip, tip up, deep carry, right hand only. It's a ball bearing flipper. It is in Nitro V, cool little trailing point blade with a nice swedge. 3 3/16 blade, 4 7/16 handle. It's like new in the box. These are currently on sale at Knife Center for $70. These little Scintillas are doing between $55 and $100 in the eBay sold listings, by the way. So we offered the pair last week at $70, didn't sell, dropped them to $60 last weekend. Still available, both suitable for gifting if you need some stocking stuffers for next Christmas. Your price this week for the pair, $50 plus 20 each to sharpen. That is going to show up in your inventory as the Civivi bundle. Next up, another leftover from last week from Great Eastern Cutlery's Northfield Unexcelled Premium Pocket Knives line. It's a model 383225. It is a 38 Chapman budding and pruning knife in apples and oranges acrylic, which is a very fun cover material for the old farmer's jack. We got lined and pinched nickel silver bolsters. We have like a half gimp, half bomb shield in that gorgeous apples and oranges acrylic. Main blade is a hawkbill on a cam tang. Pulls at about a 7. Pretty nice cam tang walk and talk. Secondary blade is a spay. You're going to notice some slight rub from those congressing blades, but pretty normal. They're out of stock, of course. Sold listings on eBay ranging between $170 and $189. We ran this one last week at $150, didn't sell, dropped it to $140 last weekend. It's still here. How about $130 for that one? Yeah. $160 if I sharpen both blades. Hawkbills are not fun. That is the 38 Chapman and apples and oranges from Great Eastern Cutlery. And now we have our last leftover from last week. I'm shocked, actually, this one's still here. A great first knife from Kershaw, made in the USA. It is a blur, model 1670 TBLKST. Tanto black serrated. There you go. It is a murdered out blur. Black hard anodized aluminum scales, Track Tech inserts. Right hand pocket clip, tip up or tip down. Knife opens with the most wonderful thumb studs ever. Speed safe spring assist, rides on phosphor bronze washers. DLC coated Tanto blade with a combo edge. In Sandvik 14C28N, 3 3/8 blade, 4.5-inch handle. Lockup is rock solid. Stainless steel liner lock, by the way. Nice free action. Beautiful blade centering. Condition is like new in box. This model currently available new at your favorite web retailer that deals in Kershaw knives. A new one will run you $128 plus tax. This one we ran last week at $80 and it didn't sell. Dropped it to $70 for the weekend. Still here. This week's price, $60, shipped priority mail. Less than half price for a like new in-box Tanto blur. $85 if you'd like it with my edge. How about that? Now on to the fresh stuff. We have a run of CRKT knives coming at you. There's your box for the first one. The knife inside the box is the 2490 ODCU Squid. That would be for olive, drab, and copper. Pretty sweet little squid. OD green canvas micarta scale. Stainless steel frame lock with a black wash finish. And then your backspacer, pocket clip, and blade, all with a copper coating. It's not listed as Cerakote, so it's probably not. They also call this one the Desert Warrior. Yeah. D2 blade, 2 1/4 inches in length, 3.5-inch handle. There is your lock engagement on the stainless steel frame lock. Lockup is rock solid. I think these are on phosphor bronze. They are. Centering is dead. Now, it's not a free dropper, but eminently flickable with the thumb studs provided. Pocket clip will be right hand only, tip up, deep carry. We'll call it like new in box. This is a Lucas Burnley design, of course. Get a little oil seeping out of my pivot. Price of these new, $35. Then at that price, of course, you'll pay shipping and sales tax if you buy a new one. We're going to do this one at $25 all in, shipped priority mail. $45 if you'd like it with my edge. And make sure you're specific in your I'll take it's, because we have a couple squids. This is the 2490 ODCU Squid Desert Warrior from CRKT. And that brings us to the other squid in the box. This is the model number 2490JD2, a Blade HQ exclusive squid. The J is for Jade. That is the G10 scale. Everything else on the knife is black, including the stainless steel frame and the pocket clip, which is deep carry, right hand tip up. Opens with thumb studs, rides on phosphor bronze. You have a black coated spear point blade in D2, 2 1/4 inches in length. The handle's 3.5. There is your lock engagement, if you can see it. A lot of black going on. Lockup is rock solid. Action is pretty normal. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Centering on this one is pretty doggone perfect. Condition, like new in the box. So this knife, I believe, is still in stock at Blade HQ. It'll run you $35 plus sales tax plus postage. Or you could just buy this one. All in, shipped priority mail. $25. $45 if you'd like it with my edge. Great little Christmas gift for the youngster in your life who needs his first pocket knife. The 2490 JD2 Squid from CRKT. Next up is another one from Columbia River Knife and Tool. It is the 6135 Oxcart, designed by Carter. Not sure who that is, but pretty handsome pocket knife. Don't be fooled here. It's an inexpensive CRKT. That is not a titanium handle. It's a bead blasted stainless steel handle, but look how nicely made it is. Very tight gap in the lock bar cutout. So it's a stainless steel frame lock, pocket clip, deep carry, ambidextrous tip up. It's a flipper, and I think it's on bearings. Is it? Yes, there's that little bearing swirl right behind the thumb stud. Cool harpoon clip point blade, hollow ground in Aus 8. The blade length is 3 1/8. The handle's 4 1/16. There's your lock engagement. Beefy. That's a lot of steel. Kind of a heavy-handled knife, actually. Lock up, dead rock solid. Ball bearing action is beautiful. Oh, and it's spring assisted as well. Won't have any trouble getting that one open. You can use the thumb studs or the flipper. Centering is beautiful. We'll call it near mint in box. Might be a couple trails just approaching the pocket clip, but nothing major. This is available new for $65 web retail. We're going to do this one at $35. How about that? All in, shipped priority mail. And if you buy a new one, you're going to pay sales tax and postage at $65. But this one, all in, $35, $55 with my edge. The 6135 Oxcart from CRKT. And that'll bring us to the last CRKT offering tonight. This is the 5315 ODD2 Pilar Large, designed by Jesper Voxness. OD would be, of course, for OD green. D2 would be for the blade steel in that model number. Good looking OD green G10 scale, black washed stainless steel frame. Pocket clip is going to be right hand tip up or tip down. It's a ball bearing flipper with a, what is that? Is it a sheep's foot? Is it a cleaver? I'm not sure. The blade is D2. It is 2 11/16 inches in length, 4 inches a handle. There's your lock engagement on your stainless steel frame lock. Rock solid. Nice, generous finger choil. Beautiful in the hand. Ball bearing action is smooth and free. Centering is perfect. Blade HQ exclusive, by the way. They are discontinued and out of stock. I did find one sold listing on eBay. Somebody paid $93 for one of these shipped. That's too much. Let's go $40 on this one. $60 if you like it with my edge. The Pilar Large in D2 and OD green from CRKT. Next, we have a Kershaw. It is not made in America. It's the 1905 Induction, which is a very interesting knife. It features the Hawk lock, which is kind of like a piston lock, but I really haven't looked inside it. You pull back on that little slide, and that unlocks it, but it flips open. It actually rides on phosphor bronze washers, it looks like to me. Big hunks of phosphor bronze in there. A very cool, I don't know, what is it? Is it a swedged spear point? Is it a clip point? What is that? What would you call it? Two-tone blade. The handle is black hard anodized aluminum with faux G10 inlay. That's FRN, but it's molded in texture. It looks like G10. Pocket clip will be ambidextrous tip up. It flips amazingly well for a washer knife. Got to get your hand out of the way if you're going to fling it home. There you go. Super cool. And inexpensive. Lockup is rock solid. And the centering is just about perfect. They're discontinued, out of stock. When they were available, they were sold for the whopping price of $33 plus tax and postage, but they're gone. You can't buy one. You can buy this one though, like new in box condition, $25 all in, shipped priority mail, $45 with my edge. That's the 1905 Induction from Kershaw. Next, we have another Kershaw in the little box, very unassuming. It is made in the United States. This was the Blade HQ exclusive 1760 Jade Skyline. The icon, the legend, the Skyline. In Jade G10. Right-hand tip up or tip down. Butter knife pocket clip. It is a flipper. It's kind of a push-button flipper. There you go. Spear point blade in 20 CV. And the difference in this blade to the sort of original Skyline blade is this is flat saber ground, not hollow ground, but still nice and thin. Great lock up on these. Early on this one, but the stop lugs bury against the frame. It's a super stable lock. It is rock solid, of course. Centering's beautiful on this one. Conditions like new in the box. So they are discontinued, not a stock. Did they make an M4 Skyline? I don't know. But 20 CV, one of the best steels they ever put in this knife, for sure. They're, as I said, discontinued, not a stock at Blade HQ. Sold listings on eBay range between $117 and $228. There might be some DLC-coded ones in that bunch, but anyway, this one can be yours, like new in the box, $85, like it is, $110, if you would like an Apostle P edge on it. That's the Skyline in Jade from Kershaw. Next, here's an interesting knife from C. Risner. It is the Ohio River Jack. Single blade Wharncliffe with the gray jigged titanium handle. A fusion slip joint. It is a slip joint pocket knife with modern materials and construction. Good looking jigging on the titanium with your faux bolsters and end caps milled in. Big wide back spring. You can pinch this blade out or you can open it with that long pull. Gorgeous little Wharncliffe. It is S90V, 2 15/16 inches in length. The handle's 3 3/4. This one does stop on an internal stop pin in the closed position, so it's going to make a funny thunk instead of a snick. There's no kick on the blade that it closes on. Centering's beautiful. This model currently available at C. Risner for $185 plus tax. This one can be yours. I'm going to say like new in box condition. $100 like it is, $125 with my edge on that S90V blade. The C. Risner Ohio River Jack in jigged titanium. Next up, this might be the most fun knife in tonight's sale. I just got a thing for these. It's an AGA Campolin, model number CEMFRA20HB. It says unique. I don't know if somebody wrote that. I don't know what. Anyway, it is the Baron automatic stiletto. Comes in a nice little, very soft, supple leather slip. And here it is. Check this out. This is covered in Brazilian cow horn. There's that side. And check out the other side. Ooh, oh my. Yes. So I think the bolsters on these are nickel silver. They are. Kind of a coffin-shaped bolster. And it's kind of a pick lock auto. So there's a little tooth at the front of this bar that goes in and catches the knife. So you press the other side. There's a pivot somewhere around here, like a rocker. You just push this down, And out comes a beautiful swedged spear point blade in Bowler N690CO. The blade length is 3.5 inches. The handle's 4 5/8. Now, this is an Italian-made stiletto, so it's going to have a little blade play. It's how they roll. A little bit of blade rub from that shoulder catching the liner a little bit. Again, pretty standard Italian stuff, but very nice in the hand. Great little wine and cheese automatic stiletto. Blade centering's pretty doggone nice. I kind of like it. I kind of do. I'm going to call it near mint in box. One of 300 pieces built in 2022, by the way. They're out of stock. When they were available, they were $210 web retail. Let's run this one at $120 like it is. $140 if you'd like it to come with my edge. The AGA Campolin 8-inch Baron Stiletto limited edition. Next up, we have one from Arcform. The knife in the box is the 0192 Theory in Black Dunes. I think that's a fat carbon material. Yes, it is. And then a satin blade. What a cool knife. Look at that. Look at that Black Dune. Fat carbon. Just gorgeous. On the other side, a nice, simple, clean, bead-blasted titanium frame, steel-inserted titanium frame lock. Beautiful, flowing, milled titanium right-hand tip-up pocket clip. We got some terraced thumb studs that you open it with. And that reveals, that's a very Koenig-looking blade, wouldn't you say? Blade steel is M390. And there's your Arcform maker's mark. Very utility-minded blade. 3.5 inches in length. The handle's 4 5/8. That swell for the back of your hand is just beautiful. The jimping is perfect. I think it rides on ball bearings. No, it does not. That rides on phosphor bronze washers. Centering is perfect. The action is stunning. The lockup is rock solid and early. Condition on this near mint to like new in box. Discontinued and out of stock, at least in this configuration. There's one sole listing on eBay for this exact model. It's sold on a best offer accepted on a $295 buy it now. This one, $250. All in, shipped priority mail, $275 if you'd like it with my edge. That is just a work of art. The 0192 Theory from Arcform. Super cool knife. Oh, next up, we have the Rob's Pick for tonight. For those of you who don't know, I have guys who subscribe to an early bird list that they get at 8 o'clock on Thursday morning. They can buy anything in the sale as soon as they get that list, except one that I save for the 9 o'clock viewer. And it's like, I usually try to make it something that I would buy. And this one I certainly would. From Zero Tolerance, we got a real beast. It is the discontinued and highly collectible ZT0620 Emerson Tanto. An Emerson design made by ZT. The show side features a broken fluted milled pattern on the black G10 scale. We have a hex nut pivot adjustment. How cool is that? Pocket clip will be ambidextrous tip up. A very Emerson style clip. Titanium frame lock with beautiful stonewashed titanium frame. It is steel inserted. It opens either with a disc or a wave. Rides on phosphor bronze washers. Opens like a rocket. There's your DLC coated Tanto blade. It is LMAX. 3 5/8 blade, 4 7/8 handle. There is your early lock engagement. It is rock solid. Free dropping blade. Perfectly centered. The condition, near mint to like new in box. So they didn't last long in production, and they sold like crazy. They discontinued them. I don't know why. I do know this. Sold listings on eBay range between $275 and $310. I think they only sold new in like the low to mid 200s. This one can be yours. $225, as shown. $255 with an ApostleP edge. I'll tell you a little story. The price that the seller gave me for this knife was ridiculously low. I mean, ridiculously low. I almost just paid him for it and kept it, but it wouldn't have been right. My pricing advice is free, and it's still below market. So what a great knife. The Emerson 0620 from ZT. Next up, we have a pretty sweet knife from We. Comes in the gray box. It's a Snick. Model WE19022F-5. And they did a little cold steel thing here. Look at this. Mirror image pocket clips, because although they are curved, they are ambidextrous. I think that's pretty neat. The Snick, in kind of a dark, sort of a dark wash titanium with some beautiful dark green canvas micarta inlays, and those are super well done. There's your ambidextrous tip up deep carry clips. It's a ball bearing flipper with a beautiful clip point blade. Look at all that belly. Beautiful swedge. Acid stonewash finish. Very light. The blade's 20 CV. It's 3 7/16 long. The handle's 4 9/16. So good in the hand. It doesn't care where you grab it. It just loves to be in the hand. Lock up. Dead rock solid. Engaging thusly. Beautiful centering. Look at that skinny tip. Oh, I don't buy We knives for me, but man, that's a nice pocket knife, boys. It's like new in the box. Available new at your favorite We web dealer for $213 plus tax. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail. $1.50. $150 like it is. $175 with my edge. That's a pretty knife, gotta say. The Snick from We. Next up, this one just makes me smile. I don't know why. You'll see. It's a Bestech. Simply the best, they say. It's the model BT2206E. It's the Mothus. Not just any Mothus. Oh no. This one comes with the purple swirl, all titanium handle. Look at that. It's gorgeous. So it looks like they anodized that handle purple, and it's got even a crown to it. And then they come in and satin the high spots, which leaves you with that cool pattern. Pocket clip, milled titanium, ambidextrous tip up. The lock is called a bar lock. Nothing at all like a Benchmade access lock. Nothing at all. And look at that. It opens with a disc that's like a cupcake shape, like a watch crown. Very cool. Well, it helps if you can actually open it, Rob. There we go. Got a little hand-rubbed satin thing going on that sexy drop point blade. The blade steel is 20 CV, 3 7/16 inches long. The handle's 4 9/16. That could be fun, really. So let's see, how's the centering? Beautiful. How's the lockup? How do you think? Perfect. It is a Grabarski design, like new in the box. These are currently available new at your favorite Bestech dealer. This model will run you $339 if you want to buy a new one. I say that's too high. Let's go $230 for this one. $255 if you'd like to come with my edge. That's the Mothus from Bestech. Next up, we got a stunner from Concept Knives. It's the model number K1016A3. It's the Goblin XL with the bronze anodized all titanium handle. A little tumble after a bronze ano. Brilliant blue hardware, blue anodized titanium backspacer, and milled clip right-hand tip up. That's kind of sexy, isn't it? Opens with a hole sometimes. Or I think you can front flip it. You sure can. The blade is a big honkin', I don't know, what is that? Is it a sheep's foot? I guess you could say that. It's S35VN, 3.5 inches in length. The handle is 5 inches. Steel inserted titanium frame lock, locking up right there. That pocket clip will be right hand tip up. Ball bearings are silky smooth. Centering is perfect. Lockup's rock solid. The big old beast. Like new in box, it is a noble design. These are discontinued, not a stock. When they were available, they were $195 web retail. This one, all in, shipped priority mail, $130, like it is $150 with my edge on that S35 blade. That's the Goblin XL from Concept. Time to turn the page. Next up, we got one from Monterey Bay. We've had a few of these over the last few months. Comes in the pouch. It's the Sabertooth, designed by Ray Laconico. The handle is all titanium with a shimmering bead blast. Pocket clip is milled titanium, tip up, ambidextrous. It is a front flipper. The blade, a stunning fullered and swedged harpoon spear point in S90V. The blade length is 3 13/16, not a small knife. Very nice in the hand. It's a stainless steel liner lock, which is interesting with an all titanium handle, but that's what it is. Lockup is rock solid. Lockup is beautiful. Your ball bearing pivot works beautifully. Centering is perfect. Lockup is rock solid. So let's see. Discontinued and out of stock. When this model was available, they sold new for $158. But, oh, you guys like them. eBay sold listings. Actual transactions between $180 and $248. I think we sold one of these 2 weeks ago, and it sold pretty quick at $145. Certainly not any nicer than this like new in box example. On this one, though, let's do $140 like it is $160 with an ApostleP edge. That's the Sabertooth from Monterey Bay. Next, we have one from A. Purvis. It is the Primordial Mark III, stonewashed in M390 and carbon fiber. This is a beauty. So you have sort of an acid stonewashed titanium frame. Good looking pivot that's kind of exposed because of the faceting of the scale. Then you've got these carbon fiber inlays. Gorgeous milled slots. Pocket clip milled titanium right hand tip up. This one opens just with the slot or the hole. It is on ball bearings. There we go. Cool swedged clip point blade with a little recurve. It's M390 blade steel. The blade length is 3 3/8. The handle is 4 3/8. The handle really locks in. Probably works the best with small hands, I would say. Your steel inserted titanium frame lock, locking up right there. Lockup is rock solid. Feels like ceramic bearings. I don't know if that's true, but they're super smooth. Centering's perfect. Condition is like new in the box. This model currently available new for $300 web retail. This one can be yours all in, shipped priority mail, $200 like it is. $225 if you'd like it with my edge, the A. Purvis Primordial Mark III. Next, this one makes me chuckle because one of the co-designers is a very good friend of mine, and he never tells me. He never tells me when he sends a design to China for manufacture, but he did. This is the Daedalus Knife Company Model 6031R Black Lab, designed by some guy named Lundquist and some guy named Nicolaitis. Yes, you will see the Esnick's Evan Nicolaitis design language all over this one. It's a nice, inexpensive way to get some Evan in you, right? So your handle scales are checkered black hard anodized aluminum. You got some red anodized pivot collars, a red anodized aluminum backspacer with a lanyard post, and an elegant milled titanium right-hand tip-up pocket clip. It's a front flipper, but it's a very low-profile flipper, so I'll never be able to front flip that one. You probably can. Look at that. So beautiful. Slim, gorgeous, fullered clip point blade in a black wash finish. The blade is 154 cm. It's 3 1/16 inches in length. The handle's 3 15/16. It's a stainless steel liner lock, locking up nice and early. The lockup is rock solid. Blades on bearings. Feels like ceramic. Could that be? The centering is perfect. Like new in box. Available new for $150 web retail. We'll do this one at $110. All in, shipped priority mail. $130 if you'd like it with my edge. That's the Daedalus 6031R Black Lab by Lundquist and Nicolaitis. Next up, okay, the coolest conversation piece knife in the sale. I do not believe this is the original box. It's from MCM, made in Maniago, Italy. It's their high-tech with the hidden release. It's an automatic side folder. Red hard anodized aluminum scales, some craton round inlays with some nice texturing. No clip on this one. So this little chunk of craton will give you a hint as how you open it. So with your index finger, push down on the far side scale, and then you push up on that little pad, and out it comes. Look at that sexy clip point. 13C26 is your blade steel from Sandvik. Nice tumble polish finish, full height, flat grind. 3 3/8 is your blade length, 4 5/16 is your handle. That works well in the hand. To close it, you do the same thing. Push the scale up and it releases the lock, and then you close it under spring tension. So let's see, the action's beautiful. The lockup is dead rock solid. And how's the centering? We shall call that close. Like new in the wrong box. So these are available new online, but not in this colorway. There's some purple with the DLC blade available for $119 web retail. The red one, can't find one. I think this was purchased from a table at a blade show, but I can't remember which one. Your price, $85, all in, shipped priority mail. Got to get your thumb out of the way. 105 if you like it with my edge on it. That is the high-tech from MCM. Next up, we have a beauty from Vero Engineering. It is the Lux Mini. I'm not going to read you that model number. It is serial number 0525. So you get a pouch and you get, I don't know, that's just pretty much it. A pouch. Well, there's some pertinent information here. Their usual 2-page COA, metal. Looks like it's got all of its original stuff. I'm sure it does, knowing this consignor. Want to see the knife? Here you go. What a sweet little knife. Bead blasted and tumbled titanium scales, titanium frame lock knife, milled titanium pocket clip right hand tip up, fairly deep carry. And it looks like it's a front flipper, but it's not. Look at this. There's a little flipper tab. Yes, look at that. Beautiful swedged spear with a high hollow and a fuller on this side. M390 is your blade steel. The blade length is 3 1/4. Nice and thin with a little bit of reinforced tip. There's your lock engagement. Rock solid. Beautiful ball bearing action. Perfect centering. I love that little flipper because it doesn't stick down below the knife. And it's just nicely done. Near mint to like new in box. These are available at web retailers right now, but only in the satin blade, not the stonewashed. Ranging between $355 and $375 web retail. This one, let's do it $220 like it is, $245 if you like it with my edge. The Lux Mini number 525 from Vero Engineering. Next up, we have the D-Rocket Lum Leaf, which that's my consignor's sticker. There's the original sticker. I'm not sure why they put 2 M's in Lum, because it's clearly a Bob Lum inspired knife. And it's got yellow and black carbon. It must be a fat carbon product. Anyway, black handle. In all titanium. I'm not sure if that's DLC or a black hard anno. And then your inlays are that black and yellow and green carbon fiber. Pocket clips right hand tip up shorty deep carry. It is a titanium frame lock, and I don't see an insert in there. Maybe it's not. Yes, it is. I guess we could call that a bolster lock, couldn't we? Ball bearing pivot. Beautiful centering. I did detect a little hint of vertical play. It might have a little bit of lock slip, but it's got a radius blade tang, so it's very slight, guys. I mean, barely there. But because of the radius blade tang, it's not going to ever slip all the way off, but just need to know that. Not a problem, just a feature, right? You got an acid stonewashed blade in S90V, 2 11/16 in length. The handle's 3 9/16. Very nice in the hand for a smallish knife. Condition will be like new in the box. These are out of stock. When they were available new, they had a web retail of $133. Let's go $95 on this one. $115 with my edge. Pretty nice price for a all titanium handled frame lock with an S90V blade. The D-Rocket Designs Lum Leaf Folder. Next up, Microtech time. Not just any Microtech either. Scarab 2 single edge, model 278-10. This is a man's knife. with the black hard anodized aluminum handle. And every now and then, Microtech's black almost looks like super dark eggplant, and this one sort of has that. I love how the milling in the handle almost is that Marfione short sword, right? If you look here and here, right? TrackTech inserts, pocket clip, standard Microtech issue for a scarab. These are reversible, by the way, for you lefties out there. Where is my, there it is. Serial number's 1539, born March of 21. It is a dual action, out the front automatic. Look at that sexy beast. Blade steel is M390, the blade length 3 13/16. Satin flat, stone washed bevel and swedge. Button effort is firm. If you have arthritis, do not buy this knife. 100% reliable. It is like new in box. They are out of stock. When they were available, they had a web retail between $515 and $538 by my research. On this one, let's do $325 like it is, $350 with an Apostle P edge. The Scarab 2 from Microtech. Next up, we have a contender from the Great Eastern Cutlery Northfield line, made in 2024. It's the model 811224 Bull Keeper. The Bull Keeper in desert ironwood. So it's got that 4-inch closed serpentine Stockman frame, double line nickel silver bolsters, thick brass liners, single spring, sort of a half Congress or an opposite end jack almost. Main blade is a stunning clip point, not a muskrat clip as most 81s have, but a broader clip point. And then a secondary spay, thus the Bull Keeper designation. We do have a little rub, as most 81s will have, or all 81s will have. Pull weight, about a 7, maybe a 6.5, but beautiful cam tang walk and talk. That's very snappy and very smooth. So near mint to like new in tube. These are out of stock. Sold listings on eBay for desert ironwood covered bull keepers between $187 and $307. Don't think you're going to find a nicer one. Let's do $180 on this one, $205 with my edge on both blades. The 81 Bull Keeper in ironwood from GEC. Next, a very interesting knife from Heretic Knives by Anthony Marfione Jr. So this is the Heretic Slight dagger. And these are interesting because all the ones that are currently available I can find come with the other handle, which is a push dagger handle. So imagine this piece kind of turned 90 degrees and then attaching here, right? Which is not a very usable knife. This one has the sort of standard approach handle, but it's still very pushy. You got a molded polymer sheath with a tech lock. So it's a double-edged dagger. The handle is this black and blue coated aluminum, and the blade is 20 CV, and it's replaceable. So the thinking is you can take this blade and you can put it on the conventional handle, or you can put it on the push dagger handle. And it is sharpened on both sides, serrated on the bottom. So the blade's 3 1/4 to about there, and then from there back, 3 7/8. We'll call it near mint, no box. So the other handle model knife are available new. These are not. But the ones that are $160 web retail. You can't find this one. We're going to go $140 all in, shipped priority mail. No need to sharpen. On the Slight Dagger from Heretic. Okay, next up we have something very special for you. It is a custom fixed blade from Michael Hobbs, Hobbs Custom Knives. There's some literature in the pouch, and there's a magazine. It is an issue of Knife Magazine. Look here. And there's an article about Michael Hobbs on page 6. You get that with the knife. So this, I believe, was purchased by my consignor at a show. And this is the Michael Hobbs Custom Drop Point Hunter. Comes in a fold-over Kydex sheath with a pretty nice clip attachment, which is removable. Here's the knife. Oh, my. Beautiful hand rub satin finish on a blade of 80 CRV2, the same steel that Dan Winkler uses. Of course, you'll not find a hand-rubbed satin blade in a Winkler. And then it's got a very elegant convex edge, which is very nicely done considering the satin is horizontal and you got a convex edge that would be sharpened 90 degrees from that, right? So super well done. Very nice maker's edge. 3 13/16 blade. Tapered tang. And then the handle is brown and violet maple burl stabilized with black pins. Look at that. Beautiful Coke bottle. Nirvana in the hand. Oh, so good. The blade length is 3 13/16. The handle's 4 1/16. So, like new, in pouch, with magazine article. Very nice. Very nice. Super well done. Let's go 325, like it is. 345 if you like it with my edge. But I probably would leave that edge alone if it were mine. The Michael Hobbs Custom Drop Point Hunter. Next up. This is cool because I have not one, but two, but three American-made fixed blades in tonight's sale that are not Bark River. That was one of them, and here's the second one. From Border Town Blades, made in the USA, we have their model, the E. Parker. That's the name of the knife. It comes in a pancake-style Kydex sheath, but frankly, not very good retention. Just so you know. It's got a tech lock. And here's the knife. That's interesting. It's kind of a bayonet ground, broad spear point, hollow ground in the primary, flat ground in the bayonet grind. Both edges are sharpened. There's your maker's mark. Pretty cool. The steel is AEB-L. The blade length is 4 1/8. The handle's 4 9/16. The scales, brass pin and tube, brown maple burl, and white liners. Beautiful. You know, you could use that for utility. You could prepare food with it, or you could stab a bad guy with it. Very nicely done, especially the handle and the hafting. The sheath, not so much. You guys can fix that with a little heat and some pressure. So anyway, like new in the box. This was purchased from Blade 2025, I think at the Bordertown table, by my consignor. He paid $180 for it. Your price, $140 like it is $170 with an Apostle P edge. The Bordertown Blades E. Parker. Next up, we have a very interesting one from G-Shock. Yeah, so it comes in this recycled box. You know, it's got stuff, but and the watch comes in this little muslin baggie. We do have a hang tag. It says this is the model number DW5000R-1A. Sells for $200. I didn't know quite what to make of it. First, I thought it would be a, you know, a solar with Bluetooth and Multiman 6 like my GoldenEye, but it's not. This model is called the Original. It runs the 3575 quartz movement, and it's basically a reissue of the original G-Shock, but it's all dressed up. You have kind of the original dial colors. You got a beautiful, brilliant LCD display. It runs on a regular lithium battery. It is not solar, and it has no Bluetooth. But check this out. A really nice resin strap, and then you got a beefy stainless steel case with a mirror-polished case back. Runs the 3575 module, and it's just basic G-Shock stuff. Although, it does have a beautiful LED backlight with that afterglow function. And I don't know if you can set the duration of the afterglow on this one, but I bet you can. Anyhow, we'll call it near mint to like new in box. Just some wrist rubs on the case back, right? These are available new. They've crept up in price a little bit, between $200 and $220 now, online new. We're going to do this one at $125 like it is. No need to sharpen. That's the Casio G-Shock DW5000R-1A Original. Pretty cool, actually, if you're a G-Shock fan. Next up, we have another one from the Great Eastern Cutlery Company. This from their Titty line of handcrafted classic pocket knives. It's a number 888225 Bayou Trapper. Comes with a button, and you get a knife. This is the polished black linen micarta version of the 88 sow belly. Plain nickel silver bolsters and end caps, and a houndstooth shield. Brass liners. Main blade. It's a muskrat clip or a special clip, depending on how you look at it. Looks like this was an SFO for GP knives. So that clip main, and then you have the lamb foot secondary. This pulls at about an 8, maybe a 7.5. Walk and talk are beautiful. Centering is spot on. Condition will be near mint to like new in tube. These are out of stock. I found one sold listing for this model in this configuration. It did $229 shipped. Sold on eBay. This one, $175 like it is, $205. I sharpen both blades. The 88 Bayou Trapper in black linen. SFO for Grand Prairie knives from GEC. Next up. Ooh, got a couple Spideys coming at you. Here's the first one. It is the Native 5 Salt with the stunning yellow FRN scales, black hardware, including the clip, which is 4-way positionable. They don't flick out very well. Blame Walmart. Check your Native history for that. You have a 3-inch leaf-shaped blade with a graceful swedge. It is in LC200N. This is not a Magna Cut salt. The handle 4 inches in length, I think. Yeah. Mid-lock. Rock solid lockup. It is on the bushing pivot. Beautifully free action. Centering I'm going to call close. I think it favors the top side scale ever so slightly. Condition is like new in box. So the LC200N native salts are gone. They're discontinued, not a stock. The new blade steel is Magna Cut, and those are ranging between 130 and 161 web retail. Brand new. Let's do this one at 80 bucks, shipped priority mail, 100 if you'd like it with my edge. That's Spyderco Native 5 Salt in LC200N from Spyderco. Next, another one, also from Golden, Colorado, USA Earth. This is your standard configuration Native 5 lightweight. So you're going to get a black handle and an S30V blade. Normal Volcano grip FRN, 4-way positionable clip, and it's wearing a titanium deep carry. The original one will come in the box. The blade is that gorgeous tumble polished S30V, 3-inch leaf-shaped blade, 4-inch handle, mid-lock, rock solid lockup on the bushing pivot. And perfect blade centering. That's pretty sweet, guys. Great FRN Spidey. So this model sells new for $146 MAP, so web retail, plus 20-ish for the clip, right? Your price for this one, all in, shipped priority mail, 95 bucks. $115 with my edge. Native 5 lightweight from Spyderco. Next up, we have the knife. And I'm not a big fan of the type. You can buy a utility knife at the hardware store for 15 bucks. So why would anybody ever buy a Demco Shark with a shark lock that uses replaceable utility blades? Well, because it's cool, that's why. And you have a shark lock and a ball bearing pivot. You do have an FRN handle, or GRN, glass reinforced nylon, with a faux G10 texture. You got a deep carry ambidextrous tip up pocket clip. And in the box, which is right here, you're going to get an extra set screw for your replaceable blade and a wrench that I think the hex will be for. What's the hex for? I don't know, the replacement screw maybe. And then you have a Torx for your other fasteners. Pretty cool that they throw that in. So the blade length, if you can call it that, is 2 3/8 from tip to handle. The handle length is 3 11/16. Is it good in the hand? Well, yeah. Think it locks up solid? Let's see. Oops. Yeah. Is it centered? Yeah. Pretty nicely engineered piece. So these, and this is like new in the box, they're available new for 75 bucks web retail plus tax and postage. This one all in, shipped priority mail, 55 bucks. At least it's not 200, right? The Demco Razor Shark. Next up, this is kind of cool. From concept, it's a fixed blade. It is the G011A1 Par, designed by Jonathan Stiles. It's had a blade swap, right? So it's not a blackwash blade, but it is S35VN. So it's a stonewash blade. And I think we sold her other one, the other swap knife, a few months ago that maybe had G10 with the blackwash blade, but we took the stonewash blade and installed the carbon fiber scales, which I think gives some great contrast. Here's the package. Great little EDC fixed blade. Fold over Kydex sheath, steel pocket clip, 0 rattle. Nice thumb brake. Got a little sheep's foot blade. In S35VN. The blade length is 2 7/8. The handle's 3 1/2. Let's see, that's beautiful in the hand. The pinky likes to hang out right off the back end. Full flat grind, nice swedge. That's pretty squared away, guys. I'm going to call it like new inbox scale swap noted or blade swap noted. Doesn't that look better than it would with a blackwash blade? I think it does. So they're $100 web retail. Let's do this one at $70, all in, shipped priority mail. $90 if you'd like it with my edge. The Par fixed blade from Concept. Good snap, huh? Next up, we got another American-made fixed blade that's not a Bark River. If there's one guy that can fill the void with the demise of Bark River knives, it'd be that guy. The LT Wright Marksman flat ground AEB-L with green matte canvas micarta scales. There is your sheath, a fold-over bushcraft affair with a belt loop. Nice fit, good retention, no rattle. And here's your Marksman. Full flat ground AEB-L. Looks like an 1/8 stock. Nice 90-degree spine, nice and sharp for your fire steel actuation. 3 3/8 blade, 4 1/8 handle. Nice big hand-filling handle. Brass pins, brass tube. Beautiful work. These are kind of an entry-level LT, right? You can buy a brand new one for $178 web retail. Let's do this one at $135. Like it is, $155 with an ApostleP edge. The Marksman flat ground in AEB-L from LT Wright. Come on, honey, don't you want to go home? There you go. Next up, we have one from Cold Steel Knives. It is an AD-15, designed by Andrew Demko. It features the Scorpion lock. Milled OD green G10. Looks like it could use a little oil. Been sitting in the box too long. The blade, S35VN, beautiful bidirectional satin, high saber grind in S35VN. 3 11/16 blade, 4 7/8 handle. The Shark Lock bar, bronze anodized. Beautiful blade centering. How's the lockup? Well, you guys know how the lockup is. It's beautiful. Near mint inbox. They're $180 web retail if you can find one. Let's do $135 on this one like it is $155 with an ApostleP edge. The AD-15 in OD and S35 from Cold Steel. Next up, guys, this is it. This is the save me from myself moment. Got one from Hogue. It's a Doug Ritter RSK Mark I G2 tumbled carbon fiber. And it's got a little party trick. There's no thumb stuck. There's a button instead. Magna Cut blade, Doug Ritter. 3 7/16 inches in length. The handle, 4 3/4. The scales, beautiful sunburst milled carbon fiber. Purple anodized hardware. Deep carry clip, ambidextrous tip up. Lockup, dead rock solid. You do have a safety, by the way. Centering down the middle. Action, just fine. Near mint in box. I guess I called the centering very, very close in my copy. There you go. Available new for $240. Web retail. This one, All yours, 180 shipped priority mail, 205. I sharpen that Magna Cut blade. Let's see, how does this work in the left hand? Just for kicks and giggles. Let's see. Oh, it works just fine. Yep. That's beautiful. Save me from myself, boys. Next, again, save me from myself. We have a Microtech. This is such a stunning knife. It is the model 137RL-1FL, the RAM-LOK amphibian with the fluted handle. Just take a look at that. And somebody has already moved the clip to the left side, I think. Ooh. Just look at that. Black heart anodized aluminum handle, fluted milling, gorgeous milled titanium pocket clip. Born, what does that say? 10 of 24, I think. Yeah. That is ambidextrous tip up with a fill tab. The RAM-LOK mechanism, which is basically a coil spring actuated access lock. Terrace thumb studs. Ball bearing pivot. Ooh. I'm going to call that a recurve harpoon clip point. Two-tone blade, an M390 MK. Blade is 3 7/8. The handle's 5 3/8. Lots of real estate. Go anywhere you want. Rock solid lockup. Free swinging, silent ball bearing action. Very cool floating backspacer in titanium. Perfect blade centering. Near mint in box. Why did I not call it like new? Let me take a close look. I don't even see pocket lint. I guess you could call it like new. Great shot of that coil spring RAM-LOK, by the way. So nice. Ooh. Save me, guys. Available new for a web retail price of $368. Your price for this one, $240. Like it is, $265 with an Apostle P edge. I hope nobody buys this till a week from Saturday, and I'll just keep it. And the last knife in tonight's sale is a super cool piece from Zach Brown's Southern Grind Knives. You get a little card here. You get a inspection card. Check it out. That is a copper scaled spider monkey. Just starting to get a little patina, but very little. Might have been let out of its box once or twice. You got your shorty right hand tip up pocket clip. You got your beautiful little spear point blade. Looks like I got a little smudge of smuts on the front of the blade. There we go. Gorgeous stonewashed S35 VN. 3 1/4 inch blade, 4 1/4 handle, titanium liner lock. Blade rides on phosphor bronze. And it's so silky smooth, guys. Centering is perfect. Lockup is rock solid. We'll call it near mint in box for a tiny bit of copper patina. Available new for $325 web retail. This one can be yours, $230 all in, shipped priority mail, $250 with my edge. The copper S35VN Spider Monkey from Southern Grind is the last knife in tonight's sale. That's all for this one. Grace to you and peace, my friends, from God our Father and the Lord Jesus Christ. Remember, the word is sharp. Now commence to clicking. I'll talk to you soon.